Hey Booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. I have never done a summer book tag. And I know there's a really popular one going around right now, but I wanted to kind of mix it up a little bit. So I searched around and I found an older tag. It's called the Quintessential Summer Book Tag. And this tag was created by the Bookish Cat, who hasn't made any videos for a couple years, so I hope she's okay. I've got my iced tea. This is my nod to summer because I'm in the cold basement again. As always with tags that are each prompt is a book, I've tried to mix it up and tried to talk about some books that I normally don't talk about. So the first question is iced drink, a refreshing book. And I really had to think about this one, you know, what do I feel is refreshing? And then I saw this on the shelf and I just grabbed it. This is I love this edition so much. This is the Penguin Classics edition of Anne of Green Gables. It's a hardcover. This is by Ellen Montgomery, of course, and it's a coming of age story. I have not read the other books in the Anne of Green Gables series. I've only read Anne of Green Gables, so if I should read the other ones, let me know, but I don't know. This book is such a gem. I feel like it's best to just stop with this one. Question 2, Cotton Candy. A book that was fluffy and sweet. Again, probably the book I'm reading right now. Austen Land could count for that, but I decided to grab How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. I think I read this on a staycation, you know, maybe during the pandemic or something like that, but it's a really fun book. You know, it's about a guy who he's like 400 years older or something along those lines. And the one rule, of course, is not to fall in love, and you know, the inevitable happens, but it's so much fun. It's a really fun book. For a while there was talk about this being made into a movie. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. And also Matt Haig, I haven't read anything else by him. So is there another Matt Haig book that I should check out? Let me know in the comment section. And also, of course, any of these questions, feel free by all means to answer the questions in the comment section. So question number 3, Sunglasses, a dark book. All right. Well, I definitely wouldn't recommend this for summer reading, but if we want to go dark, we'll go all black. And I will pick The Road by Cormac McCarthy. This is a brilliant book. It won the Pulitzer Prize. I know it's very controversial on Booktube, or it was for a while, but yeah, you really have to be in the right mood for this book, because it is very dark, but it's magnificent. It's going to last. It's going to last a long time, folks. It's eventually going to be a Penguin Classic or something along those lines. So yeah, it's not going anywhere. All right, question number 4, picnic on a rainy day. And nothing like a rain to ruin a picnic. I know we would all like some rain right now, wouldn't we? So a sad book. So I grabbed a couple. Chosen by a Horse by Susan Richards. I sobbed my heart out at the end of this book, like sobbed, literally. Yeah, it was so sad. I have not had the courage to read it since then, but it is a very special book, so I held on to it. The other book is one I should be talking about more on my channel, and that is Kazuo Ishiguro's The Remains of the Day. Man, oh man, this is a sad book, but it is so well written. It's just glorious. I really, really recommend this book. And it's sad, but like not so sad that you couldn't read it right now. Or you may not cry at the end or anything like that. But it's just such a tremendous book, and the film adaptation, which was done by Merchant and Ivory, is amazing as well. So anyway, this is one that this is a five-star book, I'm sure. Let's see. Question number 5, sand. Not a lot of sand in Wyoming. But nonetheless, I have experienced the irritation that sand causes. So this is a book that irritated you. I don't think I've ever talked about this book on my channel, probably because I'm afraid I'm gonna mispronounce part of the title. Going After Cacciato. I apologize. Please let me know how to say that if I'm mispronouncing that in the in this video. This is by Tim O'Brien, who is one of my favorite authors. He wrote an absolute masterpiece called The Things They Carried, which I've talked about many times on this channel. And I think I picked this for our book club because I thought Tim O'Brien was so brilliant. I mean, I still think Tim O'Brien is brilliant. But this book was such a letdown after The Things They Carried. It just couldn't. And I honestly, I'm not even sure I could really tell you what this book is about. It has been a long time since I've read it, but it was confusing. I just didn't understand. I didn't understand like the devices, the things that Tim O'Brien was trying to do. The rest of the book club loved it. But I was very irritated by that. So, question number 6, summer blockbuster. A favorite book to screen adaptation. So it was weird, like going around the shelves, I saw lots of things that, I don't know, when I think of summer blockbuster, I think of like Mission Impossible and Jason Bourne and like a good like action or suspense or thriller kind of movie that's just like clipping along, like, or something maybe like Barbie or whatever, which I definitely don't have any books that would compare to Barbie in my library. So anyway, I finally relented and went to our little tiny YA section and grabbed Suzanne Collins' The Hunger Games. I really liked the first 2 film adaptations in this series. And then when they made the 3rd book, which is basically the same size as this one, into two films, I was pretty irritated. I was pretty annoyed. She was such a brave writer. This is a gutsy series. These first 3 books in the Hunger Games series, that is bold. And I was so disappointed that then she had to like write a prequel and a series of prequels, and she'd been a little bit braver and not like fallen prey to now like, oh, now we have to have prequels to those books. I recently did watch the films in that series, and yeah, it is a good adaptation. I've been thinking that I need to reread these to see if I still think they hold up. So question 7, dropped ice cream. Oh. A book you were anticipating, but it wasn't good. So most of the time, if that happens, like, I don't hold on to the book, but of course I do, you know, it is not just my library, it's also my husband's library. So, yeah, I was so excited to read this book, which I read a few years ago, and Jason still really wants to read it, and so that's why it's still in the library, because otherwise I would have gotten rid of it. This is Amanda Copeland's The Orchardist. And one of my friends, when I lived in Montana, one of my friends, she when she read this, she said it was like the best book she'd ever read, or it was one of her favorite books, you know, that like really like strong glowing praises. And I did really feel like, you know, her taste and her judgment were good. But yeah, I just didn't like this. And maybe if I'd read it in a group or read it, you know, in a read along kind of setting or something like that, maybe I would have felt differently. I don't know. If you loved this book, let me know. But it was definitely dropped ice cream for me. Okay. Question 8 is The Palm Tree, a tall book you loved. So I wasn't quite sure if this meant like picture books. So but I grabbed a couple things. I all of a sudden thought of coffee table books. So, so The Storytelling Princess, by Rafe Martin. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Illustrated by Kimberly Root. This is a wonderful, wonderful picture book. Even if you don't have any children in your life, you should, and you find this, like, you should pick it up. It's so great. The illustrations are just so fantastic. Yeah, it's about two families. There's a princess and a prince, and you know, you can see where the story's going, but it's so wonderful. I love it. I love it so much. There's dogs, there's cats, all kinds of things. So this is just a really, really fun story. I highly recommend it. And then another tall book that has only been a recent acquisition to our library, and I showed earlier this year on my channel, is A Day in the Life of Ireland. This is a very tall book, but it is a glorious coffee table book. They had photographers all over Ireland on, let's see, May 17th, 1991. And I have actually heard from someone who is pictured in this book, which was like one of the coolest things that's happened to me on Booktube. Jason got this as a gift for me during the Irish readathon, and I just loved looking at the pictures of it. So anyway, so that's a good tall book. All right. Question number 9, Bonfire, a book you want to burn. Okay, in general, I just want to make it clear, I'm really against book burning. Very, very against book burning. I'm against even book banning. Like, I'm not into it. It's not my thing, and because who's to say, like, who gets to make those decisions? So I don't really want to burn this book. I just don't want it to be part of my my home library. But again, Jason swears that he's going to read it one of these days. I know he's not going to like it. I don't know why. But it's Winter's Tale by Mark Halperin. So, if nothing else, I've shown this book a lot on my channel because of prompts like this of like, a book you hate in your home library. Why do you still have it? Because I'm waiting for my husband to read this and realize that he doesn't like it. And I know he's not going to. Okay, question 10, Fireworks, a book that exploded onto the scene. So I have read this book. I would say it exploded onto the scene. It exploded on Booktube. It exploded just in my own personal life because my husband loves this book so much. And this is Hilary Mantel's Wolf Hall. This is the first book in the Wolf Hall trilogy. I have not read the other 2 books. This was a very challenging read for me. So yeah, I don't know. I couldn't get, I know a Brit who can't get excited about things that are related to American history, and maybe that was, I don't know, maybe I just couldn't get excited about the characters. I mean, the real people in this. I might have to give it another chance at some point in the future, and then go on to read the next 2 books. So we'll see. I don't know when that would happen, but it did make a very big impression, lots and lots of places. So, all right. So tag some others. I'm going to tag some people down below for the Quintessential Summer Book Tag. And you know, if you don't get to it this year, next summer it'll be great. We'll do it again. So, but I would love to hear your answers to these questions in the comment section down below. If you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, you can always leave an emoji or give this video a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. Booktube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.